Avinash, kindly ask your team members to come first.
Yes, sir, I have just communicated with them. They are facing network issue because it's heavily raining there.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Sir, is it like team 43 only just have to join?
Now, actually, it's a chance of team 21. No, your team 21, right?
Yes, sir.
Your team 21, right?
Yes, sir.
So only team 21 will be in the meeting.
Only team 43, right?
Yeah, only the president team will be in the Zoom. And after you present, you can leave.
Okay. Okay, sir. Which team is presenting only need to be in the meeting right now?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So sir, I'm leaving the meeting, sir. It's 43, right?
No, Avinash, 43 has been shifted to last because they are facing some network issues. So it's your turn now, team 21.
Okay.
I have put that in the group that it's team 21. They have to the last.
Okay, sir.
Yes, so Karthik also has joined. We have one more participant, Shilpa Hari. So Avinash, this is your PPT, right? For your business plan?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So should we wait for Shilpa? Will she be joining us shortly?
Let me text her once again. Please wait, ma'am.
Yes, yes, Karthik. Please hurry up.
For her, it's showing it's loading. I think I'm not sure.
Okay.
we can meet.
Yes,
Just
she is. I've just admitted her. I think she'll be joining us now. Yes, Shilpa has joined. Yes, Shilpa, can you hear us?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Karthik, Shilpa, Avinash, all are there, team 21. So judges, shall we start with round 3?
Yes.
Okay.
okay. Good morning, all. Good morning, sir.
So once again, welcome all to the business game finale. We'll be beginning with round 3, business plan presentation. We have 3 judges for this round. First, we have Mr. Christian Matthew, faculty of Christus Jyoti College, Shangnasheri. Second, we have Dr. Sajeev VP. He is the head of the Department of Commerce, Bishamur College, Mavelikara. And we have Mr. Rahul Jacob Kurvala, faculty, Bishamur College, Mavelikara. So, Avinash and Shiv. So over to the team members.
A warm good morning to all. So here is our business plan regarding the new implementation of Skoda plant in India. So, ma'am, can you please change the slide?
Yes.
No, ma'am. Yes. Okay. So Skoda is stepping to the Indian industry for the new launch of electric car. So the Indian industry is always open to the automobile industry, and we are introducing a new version of Volkswagen Skoda as an most eco-friendly electric car. Ma'am, please change the slide.
So let me have a look at the mission and vision of the company. So the mission of the company is to produce an economic electric car which will provide the world-class facility which enhances technology and security measures. The vision of the company are to be a leading EV manufacturer in India without compromising in safety, and also to take a big step to conserve the nature by reducing carbon footprint. Next slide, please. The executive summary of this business plan is India has opened its gates for many new startups and businesses to flourish. Has really flourished the Indian economy as well as the technological sector. So Volkswagen, we have planned to set up a new plant in India, in Ahmedabad, which will produce the most economic EVs as the future of automobile is electric cars, hereby introducing a new era of transportation industry, thus creating more job opportunities and industry standings. Next slide, please.
So the ideal location which we have selected for implementing our EV manufacturing plant is in Ahmedabad. The reason which we have selected Ahmedabad is because in Ahmedabad we could analyze that there is more number of projects for the production and manufacturing of electric electric batteries are going on, and also the parts for that also is going on carried out there. So also one of the main importance is why we choose Ahmedabad is there is a already established EV manufacturing unit, so we can merge with them, and also we can have R&D session there. And also nearby there is a sea route, so that import and export of car, also the parts will be easily accessible. And also in Ahmedabad, government facilities are more open for reduction in taxes, and other facilities are there. Also the cheap labors are also available in Ahmedabad. So this the reason why we have chosen Ahmedabad as the ideal location. Next slide, ma'am. So coming to the market analysis, so understanding that Indian automobile industry is standing in the fifth largest in the world, and we could analyze that the main competitor in the EV car is the Tata Nexon, and we could understand that in the next decade, everyone in the country will be moving to the EV cars. Also, we could compare with the previous year, there is an increase in 15% in the sales. Ma'am, please next slide. the feasibility plan. So we could understand that the metropolitan cities are covered with the footprint particles. So hereby we could get more government support, as well as we could understand the drawback of the competitors, so that we could understand that market is always open to us. Hereby we can flourish our new sectors here.
When coming to the production plan, it will a well standard production policy in the existing workman plants. That is, which is the largest in the international production network, and we all know that it has had a goal that increasing productivity. So we want to reduce the number of work steps and create leaner, and it helps to more uniform the process. The purpose of this plan focus towards generating brand awareness and a large market presence, and it helps to boost our sales revenue. And all the cars in India are only required to pass the crash test. It helps the customers to ensure their safety and security. So, transportation is also helpful for this, and it aims to retain and increase the customers.
Coming to the operation plan, so we have chosen that the standard procedures will be applicable for the operation as well. So it will be newly technologized, or materials will be implemented, and also will be additionalizing the standardized process of the Volkswagen industry. Also value engineering will be added. The new type of R&D will be implemented in our new plants, and manufacture and distribution will be in a smooth and performing manner. On the slide, coming to the technical plan. So we have know that Volkswagen has a full-fledged operation plan in Pune. So for the implementation of new plan in Ahmedabad, we will be moving that existing engineering team from Pune to half the members to Ahmedabad, so that the design and production can start slowly, and which parallelly we will be adding new employees, new members, new opportunities for students will be given, so that the technical side also will be in a more stronger part. So marketing plan. So we have chosen go social, because giving a demo, or coming to the social media can involve a lot. Can we reach more in one single step? We can reach a more. So that we have chosen the social media as the main market plan. And also we are planning to give a demo in every cities about the plan, and as well as test drive for this vehicle. Initial offers will be more given, and we'll be just giving the highlights of the security and safety, also the importance of EV for the next generation.
So while looking at the financial plan, you can see that I have allocated about 8,000 crores for manufacturing plant. Since we need to acquire more than 500 acres for this manufacturing plant, and we need to import machineries from abroad. Also, we have focused and bothered about engineering and designing. So we have allotted an amount of 600 crores for that, and we have invested almost 1,215 crores for the investment in lithium ion battery. Since the market is really tough, and we will be facing high competition in this market, so we have allotted an amount of 500 crores as a promotion and expenses. Also, we have allotted 550 crores as new hiring. So the total estimated cost is 10,400 crores. Next slide, please. We are not only focused on other plants, we are also socially aware, and our product should be socially benefited. So these are the points which we think it will surely benefit the society. So first one is environmentally friendly, second one is low maintenance, more convenient, no emission, cost effective, reduced noise pollution, etc. Next slide, please.
Coming to the critical risk part, so we can analyze that the Volkswagen is a kind of luxury and a premium car sectors. So if we are introducing new features and a new technology in the car, coming to the electric vehicles, so we can't compromise in the price, but we can say that more facilities and more security features will be added to that. So the other risk we are having is the availability of the elements for the production of batteries, etc. That is lithium ion. Okay, so if we are stuck anywhere, we need to find the other source as well. Also the competitors. Nowadays, competitors also going. We know that Tata Nexon is the biggest competitor, because they have flourished their market in the last 2-3 years. So scheduling milestones. So we are looking ahead of being one of the best car manufacturer in the electric vehicle sectors. Also, we'll be establishing a good infrastructure so that our charging station will be in every centers of the country, and also we'll be implementing it in every state and every district. Also, we are also looking to afford the vehicle for the middle class people also, so that in a long term investment they can afford a best car, and also which evolve technologically and safety as a prior advantage. Also, the greater milestone, we are looking into this discussion of the pollution level, so that we will just implementing this plan, for the next generation the pollution level should be coming decreased, and we'll see this as the interest of the country, and we'll implementing this part. Thank you all. Thank you.
Okay, team members, over to the judges. Team members, please note that you shouldn't answer all together. So if any one of you wants to answer, you should raise your hand and the question will be asked. Judges, please, you may.
Yeah, there is a raise hand option in Zoom, which you can use if you know that.
Can you please tell me where is the option? I couldn't find it.
Can you see a chat there? Can you see an option called chat?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, so just press the chat and then you will see the option of raising hand.
so sorry sir.
Okay,
So,
then
in
yeah.
my window it's not
Yeah, then in the chat box just say yes.
okay. Yes sir.
Okay, just say yes, and then we will allow you to answer. We don't want everyone to answer together, because when it's in online mode, it will create a lot of confusion. Okay.
Judges, please note the interaction time is 10 minutes.
The team number is 19.
Team number 21.
21. Dear team members, good morning. I have one doubt.
Chris, you're not audible.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes.
Sajid sir, you have
Am
to
I
be
audible?
louder, sir. You have to be louder, sir.
Now,
Yes.
now it is okay.
Yes,
Yes,
clear,
yes.
sir, clear.
Yes.
Okay. My doubt is very simple. What is the brand name of your car?
Hello sir.
Yes, Avinash.
So brand name will be continuing to be a parent organization Volkswagen. So Skoda will be enhancing the Skoda itself. Implementing new technology EV car in Skoda itself.
So I am asking not about the company name, but asking about the brand name.
So can you please?
The brand name of the product. Tata Nexon.
Okay, like that new name
Company.
for the
Like that. What is the brand name of your car?
So Skoda EV.
Skoda EV. There is no distinguished name for that. Only the general term. Skoda EV.
Yes sir, because we are
So EV is the brand name, huh?
as an electric vehicle new segment. We are opening a new segment in Skoda itself.
No, EV is a category, not a brand name. Skoda EV can be a brand name, but do you know the importance of branding, choosing brand name in catching the hearts of the people?
Yes sir, we know.
Then in the presentation itself, you should have emphasized that all the listeners should have heard it well, remembered it well, and they should remember it forever. In that's why when we say about branding, that should be instilled in the minds of the listeners. And you, I think the brand name you if at all you have mentioned that, I couldn't strike it.
Yes, sir. But
Right.
we were sticking to the question, sir. So yesterday the question was given. It was in which it was. It will be Skoda. You are introducing electric vehicle sector to Skoda, so that's why we didn't give a new name.
I think every other team has given a brand name.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Product. Anyway, it's a new product. And I don't think a big company like that you have chosen will release a product without a catching brand name. And that should be very attractive and catching, striking, and all other features which you should instill it in minds of the listeners. And I think that was not well pronounced. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So for the instant,
Okay.
sorry for the late coming up with the answer, but for instant we are going with Skoda Environ. It's a new term we have just came to our mind right now.
Okay, members. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir, we were not. Sorry, sir.
Okay, Avinash. Other judges, Christian sir, Rahul
Yes.
sir.
Hi, team members. Your product belongs to which segment? There are a lot of segments in cars like hatchback, sedan, mini SUV, SUV. So your product belongs to which segment?
Yes,
So
Karthik.
it will be a compact XUV.
Compact SUV. Okay. Did you mention it in your presentation?
No, sir, we forgot.
It's an important feature, no?
Okay, sir. We mainly focus on the plan and the idea of setting up a new plan in the Ahmedabad. Yes.
Okay. Now, the main component of battery of every electronic car is lithium, right?
Yes, sir.
So how are you going to deal with the lithium waste?
So our batteries are really efficient. So it will really run for a long time. So
there should be a limit, right?
Yeah, there will be light, but they won't produce any much waste compared to the other batteries. This is a really efficient and effective battery. So the waste will be really high. We have spent almost 1,200 crore for this battery alone. Our research and development team has worked really hard.
Okay.
I think Avinash also wants to answer the question.
Okay.
Yes, Avinash can answer.
Avinash, please.
Yeah.
So the question is how we will be dealing with the EV waste.
Lithium waste. Yes.
So in Ahmedabad itself, we have couple of the electric segments are there more than they are dealing with electric waste as well as electric production and manufacturing. Also, they are capable of doing the waste removal also. So we will be depositing the entire waste to them, and they will be doing the rest of the process.
Okay. So what's your plan regarding charging stations? How will you implement it?
So our initial plan is that when the car is out from the showroom, so whenever we have well-established service center as well as service dealers and also part delivery centers in the entire country. So whenever our car reaches, if they are understanding that the battery level is low, they can immediately reach to the next service, whichever is the nearest service or the dealer showroom, they can charge from them. Or instead, we are trying to set up an infrastructure in coming years, so that every car can be charged for the nearest station itself.
So in India, there are few stations, right? So
Yes.
how you develop a new segment?
So we will merge with the existing petrol stations. So at
Okay.
least we can set up one or two charging portals there itself.
Okay. I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have just one question. What is the price of your product? What is the price of your product? I read from the report that it is 14 lakhs. Am I right?
Yes, it will be more than 40 lakhs. It's the expected amount.
It will be higher than 14 lakhs.
Yeah.
So you just have one variant?
No, sir. We
Then?
will have different variants with different features, like some.
And have you mentioned about that in the report?
Sir.
And have you mentioned about that in the report that you have
No, sir.
various?
It's just a price estimation. Just said
Okay.
it will only
Yeah.
start. The
And,
basic
and
variant will be available.
yeah, and one more thing. Okay. And what do you think will be the cost of production when it comes to, developing such a product? And can you just explain your cost of production? Because again, you haven't mentioned that also in the report, if I'm not wrong. Yes, Avinash, you can come up. Oh yes, yeah, I see the cost of production now. Okay, yeah, I see it. Okay, but this is your company's total estimate. What will be the cost per product? That was my question.
Team 21, anyone answering?
Hello, sir. Hello. Sorry,
Yes.
I was on mute.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was not hearing anything. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go on.
So, is it for the output of the output, that is the new electric car, or it should be the entire process?
No. See, you say that you're gonna price your car at 14 lakhs. Okay, or more than
Yes, sir.
14 lakhs.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what will be your cost of one car, and can you break that down?
So approximately, we all know that the Skoda vehicle is a kind of luxury vehicle, and we can't compromise in the safety and the technical parts which already existed in Skoda. So we assume to be the car will be available at 16 or something around that lakh will be. We are planning to produce in that maximum, and for that the car infrastructure itself will be coming to 10 lakhs and all. And for the other uh, interior facility, including airbags and other facilities, it will be coming to 2 or 3 lakhs. Also the battery, which is much more higher in this price, higher in this stage, so it will be costing more, because we are estimating that car should run around 400 kilometers minimum if it is in full charge. So that's why we are almost rounding up to 16 lakh. It will vary when the entire manufacture completes.
Okay, so just one thing. Okay, when you look at the question, okay, if you go through the question, it says that the company has decided to launch economy electric cars in India. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
that is the question, and your innovation should have been on that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you are saying in Indian customers, 16 lakhs is economy, or 14 lakhs is economy. That is what you are trying to justify, is it?
Yes, sir. We have valid points for that also, because the
Okay.
Skoda vehicle. So we actually initially we planned to produce it in 10 lakhs, but no Skoda or Volkswagen car is available at 10 lakh, minimum 10 lakh, because if it is coming to Skoda, because it's much luxury car. Uh, okay, sir. If we are compromising in the security, we will lose the customer base. So initially, we have to be in sticking to the existing the pricing plan of Volkswagen itself. Then later on, if the production and sales is higher, we can reduce in other factors. If we are getting the batteries in a cheaper price, if we can afford other facilities, we can have a compromise in the pricing level. But at this point of time, we can't compromise, because the safety which we assure to the customer is a world class.
Yeah. So my question to you is, what is your innovation in this? Like, see, here when I mean, as far as I understand the question, it is the company has decided to innovate an economy class, and you have assumed that that the company is going to continue as it is. So what is your innovation in this? Okay, Skoda or Volkswagen, both are luxurious and prestigious companies. I accept that. I agree that. Okay, but here in the question, you are asked to produce an economy vehicle, and you have to bring innovation in such production. And I don't see any such innovation. So can you justify on that?
So innovation, in sense, see, auto riding is not possible in Indian roads, because it's no one. I'm audible, right?
Yes, you are audible. So you are coming to say that auto riding will be cheaper than this, is it?
No, no,
If
no,
you
no.
if you mean to say that innovation, and if you go for auto riding, you are saying that it is going to be cheaper than this. As far as I
No, no,
understand,
no.
auto riding it'll cost you another 6 more lakhs.
Definitely, sir. Definitely, because innovation in sense, they will be implemented. Full-fledged displays will be the which can access all the facilities, all of GPS, navigation, and other systems will be the which is already existing in the market. But with these facilities, we'll be moving to reduce the cost in coming years. Also, our other displays indication and all will be coming to world class itself. Features like if you go for higher traveling, higher hill station, hill trekking, it can be have 4x4, and also and two members can sleep inside the, which can carry everything for the members, the family, and you can adopt that kind of facilities in this.
Okay. Okay. So I think even Karthik wants to answer. So I think Karthik.
So in India, there is a new trend. The 12 to 16 lakh
Your voice is breaking.
becoming a new economy range, because while looking at the market, you can see that in the past 2 years, Kia Seltos managed to sell almost 84,000 of units. The average cost of the units are around 30 lakhs. So you can see that the country is changing and the economic rate is also changing.
And you mean to say that, analyzing the current situation, economic situation of Indian people are willing to pay such an amount?
Yes, of course, they will be willing to pay because you can see
People are
most of
jobless. People are not even getting salary. They are not even getting enough loans. And then you still come to say that that 14 lakhs is economy to Indian customers.
Sir, but
So, so
yeah, you
considering
may
the
answer.
other parts, as well as the fuel prices rising day by day. So considering the long term, it can be considered as a long term investment, because you have you invested in a car, so it will be cost cheaply for the no petrol emission will be the petrol cost will be the no emission to the country, because in future we should be considering sustainability also. It's not about the pricing level. Sustainability and eco-friendly, these factors should also be considered.
Okay.
People, so yes, sir, we can understand that the current year itself there is a 5% dip in the market because of the corona situation. But
Okay.
then also the business is still keeping running. It's
All right.
technically also it's running. So we hope that in future also the market will continue.
Okay. Yeah, that's it from me.
Okay, so the time is running short. If the judges doesn't have any other question, we can move on to the next team.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So thank you, team 21.
Thank you.
So moving on to team 20. So that was team 21, which just presented now. Team 21 just presented. Judges, please note. Moving on to team 20. And the participants are Mohan, Arpita, and Jaran Abraham.
Has everyone joined from the team?
Yes, sir.
Arpita, this is your PPT, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Mohan has joined. Has Jaran Abraham joined?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so judges, this is team 20 presenting. Yes, team, you may. You have 10 minutes to present. You
Thank you,
may
ma'am.
start now.
Ma'am, before we begin, is it okay with the judges if we refer to them as board of directors, just so that we increase the authenticity of the board? If it's all right.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Ma'am,
Jaran.
if it's, yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yeah, you're not audible. Can you just be louder?
Hello, sir. Am I audible now?
Yes, you are very audible now.
Yeah. So I was hoping if you could refer to the judges as board of directors, just so we can increase the authenticity of the exercise we are having. If it's fine with you.
Okay. So we have.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Can I start?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. Ma'am, I'll start. So I'll be asking you to change the slides, ma'am.
Yeah, definitely, you may.
Yeah. So welcome to the board of directors. So before we begin, it has been the motto and mission of our company, Skoda Auto India, to make sure that we thrive forward towards a greener and a better India and a better globe. We have always looked forward to making sure that our world is safer to live and more eco-friendly, and our production is more eco-friendly. And going ahead with that is what we are introducing the project called Project Oscar. Ma'am, the next slide, please. Ma'am, next slide. Yeah, thank you, ma'am. So the market research that has shown us is that the market is ripe for our entry as of now, because we have a higher abundance of renewable energy resources in our country as compared to fossil fuels. We have good amount of skilled manpower, which is also cheap compared to the compared to the labor that we find outside our country. Also, affordable infrastructure and consumer transition, which also couples with universal culture. That is, Indians are always ready to approach new products and try them out, because that helps. Because Indians have always shown interest in new technology. We also have a huge swell in urban population recently. The statistics, according to Census 2011, showed that there were 377 million people living in our cities. And McKinsey Global predicts that it'll turn up to 600 million in 2030, which is really helpful, because we see the vehicle contribution in the urban areas will also increase from 180 million in 2017, as recorded in 2017, to 373 million, according to their research. Next slide, please. So why is it helpful? Because road transport has contributed to 213 million tons of carbon dioxide emissions, and 20% of it comes from vehicles. That is, 20% of it comes from cars itself. And another thing that really helps us is that government is on our side. Government have come up with a lot of plans, such as alternative fuels transportation program or national electric mobility mission plan, and also 2 phases of faster adoption and manufacturing of hybrid and electric vehicles 2015. And also the state that we have chosen, that is Maharashtra, has a policy called Electric Vehicles and Related Infrastructure Policy 201, which is really helping us because the governments are on our side to help this transition. Over to Arpita, please.
Am I audible enough?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. So I'm dealing with the operational plan. So operational plan here, first of all, the details of our car, that is Skoda Rapid IM45 electric car. So it has a very good innovative style. So what makes it different from other electric cars? So first of all, it's extroverted introduction. That is, it has an intelligent kidney grille which reinterprets the classic Skoda design, and then a visionary shape. So it has 4 frameless doors with smooth, seamless door handles and aerodynamic wheels, and then impressive rear design. So in the drag reducing rear diffuser, there is a progressive design which means the performance focus, improving aerodynamics and range. So next of all, this is one of the very impressive, sorry ma'am, the previous slide picture. So this is a very impressive feature, that is soundscapes. So it is helping, it aims to replace the traditional cars which produce an annoying sound. As we are moving to we are going through the crisis of climate change, where we are going for less pollution free, less noise pollution. So this will really help. So here there are 2 new artificial engine hums which can change the pitch according to the car speed or based on the location, time and activity. Ma'am, next slide. So now, why is we have chosen the location as Nagpur, and why is it feasible for us to take Nagpur? So as we see, the headquarters of Skoda Auto Volkswagen India Private Limited is located in Aurangabad, Maharashtra, as well as Nagpur is in Maharashtra, which is almost 500 kilometer difference. So since we are locating our business in Nagpur, it will ensure better managerial control. Secondly, it is the first city with electric mass mobility system. And here, since it is promoting electric cars and vehicles, the government of India has weighed out VAT, road tax, and registration for all electric cars in the state. So it is also famous for the first super fast EV charging station. And then Ola has invested almost rupees 50 crore in establishing EVs and then charging points in Nagpur. So Nagpur being famous as the orange city, it is very sure using these green technologies, it will make it colorful. So apart from the external things, ma'am, next slide. Apart from the external things, what are the internal things which promote the feasibility? So raw materials basically. So in our product, we use lithium ion batteries. So we have TDS lithium ion battery private limited in Gujarat. So this covers a distance of almost 400 kilometers. So transportation can be done by trucks, that is road transport. And then it is produces very cheap lithium ion batteries, as it is the oldest lithium ion battery producer, and it has in high availability as well. And secondly, aluminum for space frame and wheels. So we are getting it from Vedanta Limited, which is so it is the first mining and metal industry. It's also the second largest producer of aluminum. So here again, we are transporting it by train. Aluminum is received at a low cost. Then magnesium for seat frames and steering steel. We are getting it from Manganese Ore Limited, which is in Nagpur itself. So this is reducing the cost again for transportation. And then next is electronics. So electronics, we are getting it from Kotmak Electronics Private Limited. So it is one of the leading industrial companies in India, which is located in Pune. And then solar energy from Rajasthan, Badla Solar Park. This is the world's largest solar power plant in the world. So this makes it feasible to locate our plant in Nagpur. So the project cost estimated is INR rupees 297 crores, and the project capacity is 1,20,000 units per year. Ma'am, next slide. So manpower requirements, this is basically dealing with the human resources required. So under technical staff, we would employ senior application engineer, inventory manager, technical support manager, and technical support engineer. So under engineering, chief technical officer, system administration, project manager, quality assurance manager. Sales, under sales and marketing, we have a marketing manager, and the same way under administration, we have administrating managers and other subordinate officers. Ma'am, next slide. So now we are going into what is the process of manufacturing an electric car. So what makes it different from other electric cars, or what makes electric car different from other cars? So basically, the two main points of difference is the power as well as the battery. So when we check on to the manufacturing process, so as general as other cars, first we have the space frame, then we glue it with adhesive bonding material, and then the sub assemblies for the upper part of the body are also bonded to make the larger sections, and then roof is attached, then it is painted as similar as other parts. This goes for body shop. This is similar to all other cars. And then here comes the difference. That is during general assembly, the first part where the first set of electric cars, complex electronics are put in place. Then this includes the body wiring and setting up the power electronics bay, which holds a propulsion control module. So this makes the difference in electric cars. Integrated drive unit and a small radiator. So the integrated drive unit consisting of the alternative current induction motor and a two-stage gear reduction and differential. So these units are all pre-assembled in their housings and then they are installed. So as usual, the next point goes for flooring, seats, carpeting, and dashboard, etc. And then the same way, air conditioning, heating, and circulation system, all are similar things as other cars. And then the next point of difference, that is the lithium-ion battery pack. So the fourth step is they add the lithium-ion battery pack. So the unit is seated by lifting the heavy pack using a special hoist up into the car. Then again, the windshield is installed and other fluids are added and checked. At the final workstation, the alignment is checked and adjusted, and the underbody panel is bolted into place. Ma'am, next slide. Over to you, Jared.
Please be fast. Your time is running out.
Jared?
Sorry, ma'am, I think I was on mute. So let me begin again. So the pricing strategy that we are looking at is simple. We are obviously competing with a lot of ICE cars, that is internal combustion engine cars, and we are not just competing with electric cars. So therefore, our strategy is to make sure that we have a price which is in the market line, and we are going to be dependent on our marketing strategy and a promotional strategy to go ahead and get sales. So marketing strategy is simple. The idea is after COVID-19, a lot of people have gotten used to lesser population and have started believing in eco-conscious living, which means they're worried about things like the carbon footprint. And electric cars is the perfect solution for this. So we can definitely make sure that we implement such thoughts in their head. Also, people are very worried about how electric cars can function. So the idea is to make sure that we bust myths related to electric cars that they're, for instance, one myth is that they don't have good mileage. We can make sure that that is eliminated. Also, the tagline that we're going for is save ozone and the world and bring home an Oscar, as in as in the big prize that we have for films, that is Oscar. We're trying to implement into that level that someone who's bringing home a Skoda electric car is winning an Oscar that is helping our world be safer. Now, it is imperative for our company not just to be a presence on the ground, but also to be online, because that's where the people are available now. And in that sense, we already have made sure that we have online booking for test driving and our models for our previous models. But we'll also be going to moving forward and reach social media platforms, use new methods such as reels and memes, for instance, to connect to the younger audience that are looking for a new vehicle and that are more eco-conscious. On the next slide. So the final conclusion is simple. The board of directors, we have a lot of strengths and opportunities, and we have quite a few weaknesses and threats as well. But here are the few that we have listed. We obviously have the government support, which means that by 100%, by 2030, we will have 100% electric transition if the government is going on the pathway it is. In fact, the stats in G20 countries says that India is the best country for electric cars transition. We also have a consumer base which wants to live in a greener planet and is ready to make the transition. The opportunities that we have is fuel costs is skyrocketing. So even if someone is neutral about electric cars, they will still look for electric cars because in the long run, it is much more economical because they're saving costs on fuel. Also, there is alternative fuels for transportation program and many such programs that I've mentioned already that is helping our country into transitioning into that area and will help us boost our growth. Now, what are our weaknesses? The obvious weakness is that electric cars are expensive as of now, but there is obviously a lot of investment that is going on in this sector. In the next few years, we're looking at a definite chance that these expenses can be reduced. Also, there is a GST slab of 28%. Of course, the idea is to lobby with the government and make sure that they see that 28% is reduced to nil, or even at least to the lowest 10% or 14% slab. The idea is obviously to make sure that there is charging time that is required of 6 to 8 hours as of the current technology. We can definitely try and improve it by either increasing the shortage of charging stations, which is very less in comparison to Nagpur. So we can start off in Maharashtra and then expand as other states start seeing the improvement that we have shown in Nagpur. Also, what are the threats? The threats are obviously the lack of power sources and charging stations. But the way our country is going, we spend 700,000 rupees on crude oil every year. If we make a complete transition, that amount of money can really help us power our country and our nation. Also, electric vehicles is a new era. And that means a lot of people might be apprehensive of the challenges that it brings. And also, electric vehicles is still a very new area to the global world. And we are all working forward towards it. But that obviously is as much as a threat as it is an opportunity. In conclusion, to the board of directors, I would like to recommend that Project Oscar is something that is obviously ready to go. And in the next 5 to 6 years, we can definitely hit the ground running. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Team 20. Over to the judges.
One thing before you come to the interaction is that all of you shouldn't answer at one go. Okay, if you want to answer, just in the chat you just write yes. Okay, so when we ask questions, all of you shouldn't jump and answer. One of you answer at a time. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, judges, you may ask questions.
Hi, team members. It's a future car, right? It's a future product, right?
Yes, sir.
So why don't you check the possibility of autonomous car? That means driverless car.
So if I may.
Yeah,
Hello?
yeah. You can just put in the chat.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, you can ask. One of you.
Okay, so Jaren Abram here. I'll be fielding the question. So, as of now, autonomous cars are at the initial stage of the development, and we're definitely considering it. But the issue when it comes to India specifically is the fact that in India, the traffic is not as maintained as in some of the foreign countries. We have a consumer base which is much more. We have a lot of roads. If forget the highways and the majorly developed roads, but we have a lot of roads which are not ready for the AI to take care of. Because as in a lot of roads, especially in the urban interiors, which might be very narrow lanes, for instance, might have difficulty as of now, and AI is not developed for a country like India. So I think that is a far off plan as of now. Thank you, sir.
Okay. The demand for Skoda cars are very low in the market, right? So how you market your new product? So what is the peculiarity? Every company introducing new electronic model cars. So what is your peculiarity?
So may I?
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
So the peculiarity comes in the design of the car, as I mentioned earlier in the operational design of the car. So it has an extroverted introduction. So it is of a sporty type car. At the same time, it is reinterpreting with the classic Skoda design. So here the additional features which makes it different or which makes it more marketing is some additions like soundscape and then aerodynamic wheels. So if we see, and then the power of the engine is also to be taken into concern. So here we have the power battery capacity of up to 113 kilowatts per hour. So these are all the things I think which can help the car to have a better marketing strategy, sir.
Okay.
If I may follow up to that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
yes.
One of the biggest advantages that Skoda Auto India has is a long time planning for this, because we've had a project called New Skoda Corporate Strategy 2025, which is implemented since 2015, which is something that we have going forward since 2015. And that particular convention, our chairman, Bernard Mayer, had formulated a plan for something where we would go to electrification, where he stated there is no alternative to electrification. And we're one of the first companies in the world to launch an electric car, and which gives us a lot of experience in this field, which a lot of other countries don't have, or a lot of other companies don't have, rather.
So what's your yearly production capacity according to this plan?
So yearly production capacity is 1,20,000 units, sir.
1,20,000 units. So you predict the sale also, right?
Yes, sir.
On what basis?
So we have taken the past. We have taken accounts of the things like how much electronic charging units are there in the state as well as in the country, as well as we have taken concern into various elements like how much the government has invested in this project, what are the taxes, and then how much is people interested to buy cars. So for example, as according to reports, people are thinking more towards greenery, like they're driving the world towards a better planet. So we can see various conventions like United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and then climate action. All these things are impacting people's mind, and therefore people nowadays wants to live in a better world and a greener world. They have started giving importance to ethics and to live a fruitful life. So on these points, we think there will be sales of the car, sir.
But the reality is that most of the Indian customers focus on mileage, price of the car, and resale value. In the case of Skoda, they are suffering from this. So what's the point?
So we have also focused on the demand and supply chain of the previous year cars, sir. So and then there are various other companies which have introduced electric cars. So as the statistics demand, there is an increase in people going for electric cars, sir. So I think this can be said as the basis for it.
Okay.
Can I follow up?
Yeah, sure.
Sir, you can see that as you told that the Skoda's market is not rising, but from the starting point till now, we can see there is a slight growth after manufacturing the electric cars, so that we can expect more demand in electric cars.
Okay. Over to next pages.
Okay, Sajeev sir, any question?
One doubt, just one clarity. So, as far as Indian consumers are concerned, Skoda is a status or a premium brand or a premium company. Okay, so when you are, releasing an economy vehicle, what kind of advertising drive would you implement to, make this practical in India? Because when consumers like me, when I think, oh, it's a Skoda car, okay, don't bother, it's going to be very expensive. I won't even look at the cost of it. So what advertising drive would you or have you taken or will you take when it comes to implementing such?
So if I may.
Yes, you may.
So as you mentioned, so exclusivity or premium nature of Skoda cars, and we're just translating that into the electrical segment. Having an electrical car itself is an exclusive group in India right now. And we are going to be marketing it in that sense that you can now enter the premium or the exclusive group at a price which is much more cheaper than what we expect from electrical cars. So that is the way we are going. We are telling that now a common man in India can be in the exclusive Skoda group for a price that is much cheaper than other electrical cars, or even our other models for that matter.
Okay. No, actually, my question was, what kind of advertising media would you choose to implement such or to spread such awareness?
Okay, sir. So to be very specific now, so as I've already mentioned in my previous slide, we're definitely looking at online mediums as a big go-to now, because one of the huge reasons for that is because due to the COVID times, everyone has now gone online. And the issue with that is we cannot now go for traditional means. So the idea here is to reach out to younger generations through social media platforms, and not just your run-of-the-mill a sponsored post that comes up when you're scrolling, but rather we're looking for more innovations, rather in the sense that we're looking for something like a reel that you see on Instagram nowadays, or memes that will promote. So these things are much more cheaper to produce, and at the same time, they are much more far-reaching in nature than a sponsored post which someone will ignore.
Okay. Yeah, that's it from me. Yeah, I just wanted a clarification. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, Rao sir. Sajeev sir, any questions?
I have two questions. I think you expect also to export, right?
Yes, sir. So it's not now, in the future.
In future, which are the countries you expect to be your importers?
So if I may.
Need I repeat?
No, sir. May I answer the question?
Yes.
You can. Yes.
Thank you, sir. So
please specify countries.
Yes, sir. So, sir, I would like to go ahead and divide the globe into two, based on their infrastructure in the particular segment that we're talking about, under two bases. One is a basis where there is infrastructure already available, and two, on the basis that infrastructure is that they have not invested yet. So first I'll start with the ones they have not invested yet. So there are subcontinental countries like Bangladesh, for instance, who's really looking forward to such an innovation, because they're a small country which is not being able to afford the import of gas and fossil fuels, because there's a lot of population there and they have a lot more need for such countries. So what we can do, sir, is we can obviously collaborate with the Bangladeshi government and try and implement such measures as following the model that is now being organized by the Indian government. Also, so we can definitely use lobbying in our country itself to convince the Indian government to chip in as well, because it will help develop their diplomatic relations. Now, going forward to countries which have already infrastructure for such segment. For example, UK is one country which is really coming up, and we must have all heard of MG Motors entering our country. Before they entered our country with electrical vehicles, so they were already functioning in UK itself. So we're looking at such countries as well, where even though our market share isn't huge, this could be a way to enter those countries and make our presence felt. Thank you, sir.
Okay, then to export to eastern part, do you like to open a new branch near eastern side, say Hyderabad or Vichak?
So we'll definitely like to encourage each state to go ahead and help us with the infrastructure. But our idea at this point is to capitalize Maharashtra and its development in this segment and inspire other states. For example, so as you mentioned, Hyderabad or even Guwahati, for that instance, have the required manufacturing, have the required infrastructure, but they're not fully developed yet. And we felt there are a lot more factors in our favor in Maharashtra itself. That is Nagpur for specific. So our idea is definitely to expand all over to the country, because we are expecting demand that will help us expand. But as of now, so we're looking for a focus in Maharashtra and developing of traffic where our vehicles are very common. Thank you, sir.
Okay, very good, very good. Okay, I have one more doubt. You have added, you are expecting to assemble some innovative parts like adhesive material instead of painting the car. That's good. And you are using a lithium-ion battery. Have you checked the later generations of the batteries other than lithium-ion, which is cheaper, more charging cycles, and cost is almost the same?
So may I?
Yes.
So actually, we had gone through a rough research of the different batteries available. The reason why we chose lithium-ion battery is it has a component mixed with lithium and nickel. So here, lithium, it is an electric car, and then it must have a good electric charge. So on this, as we researched, we found.
Okay, enough. What I am asking is, there are a few more, around 3 or 4 generations of battery that has come that is superior to nickel. Example, lithium titanium. And you might have heard of graphene batteries and SSD, solid state batteries. They are very costly, but this lithium titanium is the latest innovation in the lithium segment. Why you didn't try for that?
So we found research materials showing that lithium-ion battery chargers are more effective.
No. That's inferior. You read in YouTube. There are a few more, not just one, 3 or 4 better generation in the lithium segment itself has come. Okay, thank you for responding.
We plead ignorance of the facts, sir. Sorry.
That means you are not innovative. You have to use the latest technology if you are innovative. Unless you innovative, you will perish, I think. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sajeev sir. Thank you, team members. Judges, please note that was team 20 presenting. Moving on to the next team, team 31.
We can leave the meeting, right?
You may stay if you want. If you want to leave, you may. We have a valedictory session coming up. If you want, you may stay. The result will be announced in the valedictory session.
No, I think you can leave and now you can join later for the valedictory section.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So next is team 31 participants, Sri Tumal, Abhay Shankar and Aparna. Aparna, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Has Sri Tumal and Abhay joined? Yes, Sri Tumal has joined. Abhay?
He will be joined within 1
Yeah,
or 2.
yes. Okay. Wait, let me just share your PPT.
Okay.
This is the correct PPT, right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, team 31. So there are 3 judges judging you. You have 10 minutes for your presentation and thereafter there will be a 10 minutes interaction. Okay, you may start now.
Okay, ma'am. Good morning, one and all present here. I am Sri Molke from Team 31. Skoda Auto India was formed in 2019 as a result of merge happened between 3 entities. And since we have witnessed a quite proud place in Indian auto industry with our unique products. As our company moving to the next era of auto revolution in EV vehicle, we are making a history. Now, I welcome my friend Abhay Shankar for further presentation of our esteemed project.
Thank you, Sridhu. So the project is going to happen on Hyderabad, Telangana. We are estimating a plant size of 130,000 square feet. That is only the assembling area, which can be expanded in the future. And the land for this particular project is given free of cost from the Telangana government. And all thanks to Chandrasekhar, the CM. And why we choose Hyderabad is the question. So why not Hyderabad? Because we have gone for Hyderabad due to many reasons. As you know, recently, Tesla also made an introduction in the North India because we can see that in the coming future, the northern part of India, especially the Hyderabad, Bangalore, and other areas which are good in IT, will be a promising segment for the electronic revolution that is coming to happen in the auto industry. So we are focusing on getting youngsters and startup ideas which can be integrated with our electronic program from the T-Hub of Telangana. And Hyderabad is quite near to Bangalore, the Silicon Valley of India, where we can get more ideators for adding value to our coming projects. So the technology or the platform for production of the electric vehicles is the MEB platform, which is the modular electric drive toolkit platform, in which we are building our vehicles. And we have a technical team. As you know, the traditional vehicle manufacturing is need more number of employees, both skilled and unskilled. But coming to an electric car manufacturing unit, where the advantage is it is having no engine. So we can save money, man, and material in the assembling pattern. So we need a less manpower for the manufacturing. The budget for this esteemed project is said to be 8 to 10 billion, and which the manpower requirement can be maintained at 20,000, 2,000. So that's it. And can I have the next slide? So according to the study, we have three main challenges while entering to the electronic vehicle manufacturing in India. So the first challenge is the lack of charging infrastructure. As you know, the infrastructure of charging the EV vehicle in India is not yet fully achieved. Many state governments, including states like Kerala, have taken positive initiative to set up those charging facilities. For that, the government is also paying subsidies and other facilities. So in the coming future, there will be an increase in the charging infrastructure available in many states. So that is a constraint for many customers. They will think that what if the charge went off and what if we stuck on the way? So that is a question, and that is a main challenge for the sale. And the next is the range anxiety. A single charge should give you a very good range so that you can reach your destination in a single charge. So that depends on the battery. And here we are using the lithium battery, which have been under research for the last 3 years. And we are also now trying to develop a hydrogen cell battery, hydrogen fuel battery from our R&D lab in India. So we are promising you with our lithium battery a range of 300 kilometers nearly. And the third challenge is financing challenge. See, the Indian customers always go for financing option for opting vehicles. Even the luxury brands are also having financing facility. The economy class is also having financing facility. But the EVs, coming to the EVs, most of the finance sector is not providing that much interest in providing finance to the EV vehicle segment, because customers are not that much aware of the EV, and the finance providers are not quite confident to provide finance for the EV vehicles. So this pattern will change once EV become a new normal in the life of Indian citizens. That's all. Next slide, please. Competition. Talking about competition, the major competitors in the Indian market will be Hyundai by their product Kona, which have already been in the market. And Mahindra is there from the e-Verito. Tesla will be launching the Model 3, which is the base model, the lowest cost model. And one of the main player of the economy class will be Tata. They have already introduced Tata Nexon EV, and there are many cars coming from Tata in the coming years, which they have already presented in the Shanghai Auto Show and other related Geneva Auto Show and Los Angeles Auto Show. They have demonstrated there some of their few vehicles which have been going in the EV segment, that include compact SUVs and sports utility vehicles. And a sedan is also coming. So Tata will be one of the major player. As Tata is having a good customer base and brand loyalty in the Indian customers, there is a chance for people to opt in Tata, and the comparative cost will be lesser for Tata. But Hyundai, but the Volkswagen company is also promising a very good quality that can be competed with the Tata. So we can overcome this competition with our smooth strategies. So coming to the business opportunity in the Indian market, I would like to say about the India's expanding middle class. According to a new survey, the number of millionaires in India have been increased in the past years. So that means, and their consumption pattern is also changed, also have a high impact. that because they are investing more in equities, they are investing more in gold, they are purchasing more expensive cars and so on. So for a brand like Volkswagen, the term economy means the upper middle class. So India's expansion in the billionaires will ensure the sale of our product. And India is also having a very good literature people, that is educated people from IITs and IIMs and other prime institutions working abroad, and they are also having good wages. So that we are focusing on such people. And one of the main important thing is the lithium. Setting up a plant in Hyderabad today will act as a future fort for the Volkswagen company, that India will be in near future one of the key monopoly of lithium production, which is the main raw material for the electric vehicle battery production. So we can transform this into a great manufacturing unit which can export batteries to other automakers around the globe from India. And the unemployment rate, business opportunity provide, and we can fill the unemployed people, providing employment to many and thus coming businesses. And the future strategy and plans. So we have developed 4 key strategies that we are going to implement in India and around all the market. So one of the main thing is the e-bus, that which we are now working on. If the hydrogen fuel cells comes to a reality, we will be implementing the e-bus with the hydrogen cells or with the lithium battery. And coming to the hydrogen cells, our R&D department is still working on the hydrogen cells, and we will be achieving it in the coming years. And the third future plan is to make India as a hub for manufacturing lithium battery. That, as I told before, India is having a very good in minerals of lithium iron ore, which have a key deposit in India. So we are also focusing on that part. The last one is driverless car. Now you have all seen the electric car. Now we are trying to develop driverless car. So that is also a future strategy. We are quite sure that India will develop as a manufacturing hub, as a superpower. So more manufacturing business will be focusing on the Indian subcontinent. So we are sure that with this plan, it will be a great initiative to expand our business. Ma'am, next slide, please.
Your time is running out, please.
Okay. Charging stations. So as I told before, government participation, subsidies, and unanimity will be brought in the charging units, and the battery will be developed with a replaceable batteries. Next slide, ma'am. And we are also giving an education program for customer awareness, which will attract more customers to the EVs. That will boost our sales. And investing plus startups. As I said before, we are setting up near the T-Hub, and Bangalore is also quite near, where many key two-wheeler EVs have started in India. Many two-wheeler startups are there. In the near future, they will also come to the four-wheeler. So collaborating with them, we can get fresh ideas from the market, from the youngsters in India. Collaborating with them, we will develop new and innovative vehicles. And India will transform to an EV manufacturing unit. Thank you. And that's all. And I'd like to show you one more thing. Can I have the next slide, please? These are the two models, ID2 and ID6. One is the crossover and one is the crossover SUV. These two models will be what we manufacture from our Indian plant. The ID2 model is a crossover, just like a Polo, and it will cost around 20 lakh INR. So these two cars will be our first target, and we are targeting the upper middle class, which is known as the new middle class of the Indian environment. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, team members. So that was team 31 presenting. You will be having a 10-minute interaction now. Team members, please note, do not answer altogether. If you want to answer, please say a yes in the chat box, and then when the judge approves, you may speak. So over to the judges. Judges, Rahul sir, Kristen sir.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Okay. The team has anyway recognized the fact that lack of awareness is a challenge. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then what shall be your specific strategy to educate the people about electric vehicles? At the very same time, pinpointing your brand.
So, may I?
What shall? Yes, yes.
So for getting this thing familiarized, we will be introducing a entry level model that was I shown on the ID2. So within 20 lakh. So currently we are having Tata Tigo with 9.550 lakh, 9 lakh and 50,000 rupees. That is the cheapest car in India. So when we look to the customer base of Volkswagen, we know that there are people who are ready to pay this much amount for. So this thing will be having a high sale. When this thing get into the market, it will make an impact and people start recognizing, oh, this is good. So that's one part. And the other part is we will move to the education units. That means that we will focus primarily on the new jobbers. That means the youngsters who have started earning. We will go to them directly and we will make aware them, because that will be easy to convince them about the quality of the electric vehicle in the long term, as there is no maintenance cost, zero maintenance. So we are focusing on the education class who has also yet having a little bit idea about what is EV. So it will be easy to convert them to potential customers into actual customers. And also the e-advertisement campaigns will be conducted all around the nations with the help of this environmental societies.
Okay. One point is in the long run, it will be cost effective.
Yes, sir.
That is what you are going to teach the potential buyers.
Cost effective, not only cost effective, but also economic friendly, sir.
Environment friendly.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then do you know what is the per capita income of India?
Per capita income, according to Nidhi Aayog, I think it is around 80 something. Around, I'm not sure.
Not sure. So a car worth rupees 20 lakh.
Yes, sir.
How many people will demand that?
So before that, I would like to share something with you. The latest model that Volkswagen has introduced to the Indian market was the T-Roc.
Yeah.
T-Roc. That was a compact SUV, and the company was forced to stop taking orders because of high number of potential customers, and that thing was costing nearly 30 lakh around. So you just think of giving 20 lakh electric car instead of that. The only challenge we are facing will be, this is not a traditional car, this is an EV car. So we can overcome that point with our strategies. So there are customers. There are customers.
My question is, anyway, this 20 lakh, whether it is 20 or nearby, it's a big burden. Initial sum to buy that car at that cost by paying 20 lakh is not sure bearable to many of Indians. Then how will you market it? How will you educate the people?
Sir, we are not focusing on the middle class people or lower class people. We are focusing on the elite class people, and for them, the 20 lakh is an economic amount.
Sure.
Yeah.
But how will you convince these people, whether they are, to which income group they belong, no matter? How will you convince that 20 lakh, for example, one way is that government is giving subsidy, and
Yes.
those who are buying is getting tax concession of around 2 lakh, 2 lakh
Yes.
rupees. And what are the other ways through which you can make this big sum a smaller one before the potential consumers?
You're talking about how to reduce the price.
No. How will you convince the people 20 lakhs is not a big sum, considering many other options? What are the options that you can put before the potential buyers so that their initial burden is reduced?
Initial burden means not spending 20 lakh.
Not spending 20 lakh at a stretch. Initially.
20 lakh at? Sorry, sir?
One stretch.
So that we can give them many financial advantages like EMI or something.
Okay.
So that can attract more customers. And not every states have not started giving reduction to the e-vehicles. Some states like Karnataka have initiated that. So I think talking with the government for this particular campaign, we can make some government subsidies, and also the GST has reduced from 12% to 5% in in the near days. So that is also an advantage.
Okay.
So with all this, they will come and buy these things. And because one more thing, the competitor advantage is this. If Tata is possibly to bring Safari as an EV vehicle or as their SUV brand, that will cost more than 20. And Mahindra e-Verito is not having that much customer attraction. And Tesla's base model, the cheapest model, Model 3, will cost around 40. So this is the only car brand, that is our Volkswagen ID3, ID2 is the only car brand which is in the slab of 20 lakh. So customers is opting, whoever opting an EV have no choice, whether they want to purchase a 40 lakh car from Tesla or they want to go for Tata, which is an SUV and which is costing more than 20. But we are offering a hatchback, which is for 20 lakh. So as a customer, they will come to us.
Okay. All the best.
Yeah. So yeah, I would like to ask you one question on the same line. Okay. Like, say in the question which I explained to you yesterday, it is said that the question given to you was to launch economy electric vehicle. Okay. Economy electric cars in India. So that was the question which was given to you.
Yes, sir. I'm clearly aware of that, sir. So
and do you think 20 lakhs is economy?
Yes, sir. 20 lakh is an economy.
Take Indian consumers. Do you think 20 lakhs is economy?
Okay, sir. Let me please answer, sir.
Yeah, please.
So the term economy depends on how you define the term. Because for Maruti Suzuki, the economy may be Maruti Alto, but not for Volkswagen, sir. We are having a reputation and we are not focusing on the poor people or the poor class people with low income. We are not providing them a Nano or Alto, which can be afforded by them. That may be economy for those companies. But for a manufacturer like Volkswagen, 20 rupees is our range of economy. That is how our company define economy. And our most expensive model is starting from 35 lakh. And that is the Trigon Allspace. And our cheapest model is Polo. Polo, that is around 6 lakh, 30,000 or something. So comparatively, we have fixed a price which falls in between this. So 20 lakh is an economy price for a Volkswagen customer.
Okay, you've justified. I just need one more justification.
Yes, sir.
You said that the government of Hyderabad gave you, or the government of Telangana gave you the land free.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. But then you also said later on that after your implementation of robotics or AI robots or something, there's no manpower required. Okay, I think you said that.
I said no man. I never said that no manpower required.
Less manpower.
Less manpower. That was a word. Less manpower compared, because we have no engine in this cars.
Yeah. So then, yeah. So this is my question. So, will the government be keen to give free land for business, and you are reducing manpower? So the employability of the state is going down, and still the government is giving free land for business. Can you justify your?
Sure, sir. I can justify, sir.
Yes.
Before we entering the market, how many unemployed people will be there?
There will be lots of unemployed people.
Yes, there will be a lot of unemployment people. And after we start business, at least some of these people will get into our company.
No, but then if you
yes, sir, that will happen. And we are using the KUKA robot for manufacturing purposes, as every other manufacturing unit in the industry. And I have also said that we will be experimenting in the hydrogen fuel cells, where also we can provide employment opportunity. So reducing the employment opportunity is nothing, because the modern plant requires less manpower. So we are giving our best, our maximum to the society as providing employment with establishing this plant in a new state like Telangana, which have recently formed from 2014. So those we are more attracted to Telangana because the government, they have taken all the initiative to make the state a better one.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of it. And then one more thing is, I would have taken Nagpur as a better option. Why did you roll out Nagpur as a place to set up the location?
Nagpur, when we go to Nagpur, there are area people who are running the existing auto electrical stores like Stars, Ajanta is there, and some other manufacturers from the Nagpur areas are still working there. But I would like to, not only me, the company would like to focus in the North India, the South India, because of the technological aspects available in the South. Of course, Maharashtra can be considered as the southern part, but especially coming to the Hyderabad, we are having an add-up advantage of the nearby places like Bangalore, and also we can take advantage of the Visakhapatnam port nearby. And so we like to choose Hyderabad.
Okay, yeah, that's it from me.
Thank you, sir.
Question,
Yes,
sir, any questions?
Yeah, I have a question. The existing Skoda Volkswagen plant in India is able to produce as much car as demanded in the market. So what is the relevance of?
We are producing, there are 40 cars a day. Not less than 40 cars is manufactured a day.
Okay, but the existing plant can expand the production capacity. So what's the relevance of new plant?
The plant in the Chakan and Pune is expandable. And the thing is, why we were not expanding the Pune plant or Aurangabad plant is because we need a separate plant which runs under the MEB platform, which is the modular electronic drive toolkit platform for production of the electronic vehicles. And for a traditional cars, we can move to the Pune plant or Aurangabad, Aurangabad plant or Pune Chakan plant. But we are focusing on the electric vehicle. And for that, the better place is Hyderabad. Rather than expanding the existing plant, creating a separate plant will give a good customer awareness about a sub-brand within the Volkswagen brand. Like the E-project of Volkswagen like to focus on a fresh feel that we exist separately without leaving the goodwill and reputation of the company. The E brand will be separate segment, so that we required a separate plant. So people will be considering it is working independently and it is getting more business. It is attracting more customers. So it will be evolved to a new era. So that's why we prefer to start a new plan rather than expanding the existing one.
Okay, convincing.
Thank you, sir.
I think that's it, no?
Sir, any more questions? Can I leave?
No, Ashamis?
Christian, sir?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, thank you, Abhay, Abarna, and Sridumol.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You
Ashamis,
may
you
leave.
there?
Okay. Your team can leave.
Okay, sir.
What team? 31?
And do join us.
31.
Okay. Aparna, you may leave.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Ashamis, you there?
Jaren Jacob, Adhiga, and Naomi. This is your PPT, right?
Yes, ma'am. This is ours. Yes, ma'am.
We'll start, ma'am.
Yes. So please note there are 3 judges judging you. You have 10 minutes for presentation. Thereafter, there will be 10 minutes for interaction. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Naomi Susan Ajit, Adhika Shahid, and Jaren Jacob, being part of Team 9, are here to present our company's business plan. So, Skoda Auto Volkswagen Private Limited. Ma'am. Skoda Auto Volkswagen India Private Limited is the wholly owned Indian subsidiary of German automotive manufacturing company. Volkswagen Group India announced the merger of their 3 Indian subsidiaries. They focus on manufacture and sales of Volkswagen, Audi, and Skoda vehicles in India. So the mission of our company is to promote the widespread use of electromobility and garner extensive market share in electric vehicle industry. And our vision is about encouraging the introduction of advanced techniques likely to improve vehicle performance significantly and result in the rational utilization of energy sources. Ma'am, next slide.
Novasia electric cars, the new product from Skoda Auto Volkswagen India Private Limited. Novasia means innovation in French, and that's exactly what the product offers. Novasia electric cars are the world's first economy electric cars that allow battery charging through solar power system. Now, how does solar power system help electric cars? The solar energy is utilized in the charging of batteries equipped in the cars and thereby eliminating the need for charging stations. Charging stations has been one of the major barriers preventing the entry of electric cars to India. Now, Jaren Jacob from my team will be giving you the product specifications.
We have did a very comprehensive competition analysis before we have designed all the specifications of our Novasia car. So after going into the nuances of the specifications of our car, I'll also like to mention how it stands apart from our fellow competitors in India, like Nexon EV, Storm R3, and Tigor EV. Our Novasia car is expected to be commercially introduced in the year 2022. And as we have mentioned earlier, the location of the company is in Nagpur, Maharashtra. And also the price range, which we have fixed in the X showrooms, is between 10 to 15 lakhs, which is also really attractive. At this cost, at the facilities and specs we provide, this is a very cheap rate, which makes it stand apart from our fellow competitors. And also with regard to the battery range, which is best in class, which is of 550 kilometers, which is far better than the capacity of our second best competitor, which is Nexon EV, which is of 312 kilometers. So we have an advantage of almost more than 200 kilometers in a battery capacity itself. And also with regard to the horsepower, it's also the best in class, which is 98 kilowatt per hour. So this is the end of the competition analysis.
The location we have chosen is Nagpur, and there are several reasons for the same. A proactive state government with its policies and incentives provides us a conducive environment for the functioning of our company as well as the introduction of our product. A convenient size and controlled ecosystem is also one of the reasons why we chose Nagpur. The ideal climatic conditions of Nagpur is ideal for vehicle as well as battery testing. Also, the introduction of EV policy in 2018 by Maharashtra adds to all these benefits.
Ma'am,
next slide.
Next slide, please. So next, we look into the STP analysis. So segmentation. So our behavioral segmentation are divided into two. They are end user and distributors. So who all are our distributors? Skoda showrooms and major Volkswagen showrooms, exclusive electric vehicle franchises also. And then we'll see about the end user. There are two, upper class and middle class community.
Ma'am, next slide, please. Now let's come to targeting. We have targeted two communities, the upper class and middle class. The upper class constitutes a moderate market size, while the middle class is extensive. Next slide, please, ma'am.
So next we look into positioning. So our proposition for positioning is to market our product as world's first solar powered economy electric car. So our marketing strategy initiates the campaign, which is Pathway to a Green Horizon, in which our company aims to promote our cars by educating the Indian community regarding the reduction in carbon emissions by the use of electric cars and its benefits to the environment. Next, we'll see, ma'am. Next slide, please. Next, we'll see about the company fundamentals. So about the authorized capital, it's about rupees 26 billion, whereas the paid up capital is rupees 16 billion. And our company fund allocation is about rupees 4 billion.
The table below shows the revenue estimation from the year 2023 to 2027. And as we can see, there is a 15 to 20% increase in the annual revenue each year. Next slide, please, ma'am.
Now we look into the marketing mix. First one, the promotion. So our company promotes a campaign which is a pathway to a green horizon. And to say about product, our product is based on solar powered economy electric cars.
The place we have chosen is Nagpur, the smart city, and the price ranges from 10 lakhs to 15 lakhs INR. Ma'am, next slide, please.
Next, we look at the SWOT analysis. So our strength is as the cars are solar powered and it helps to attain the attraction of the targeted audience and it helps reduce the cost of manufacturing. Our company is part of Make in India, and it's also a pathway to a good green horizon, which helps to induce the customers to buy the electric cars. And we also have higher customer satisfaction. And to say about the threats, it's like there is a rise in cost of electricity, and it also changes in customers' taste and preferences. And there is an emerging competition in the market.
Our weaknesses include upscale raw materials and the lack of appropriate technology. And our opportunities include fast-growing electric vehicles infrastructure in India, as well as the long-term future of e-mobility in the country. The implementation of various government policies, as well as the positive attitude towards green vehicles, adds as a bonus. Thank you. That's all regarding our business plan for Novasia Electric Cars.
Judge, ask questions.
Hi team, your product is solar power economy car, right?
Yes, sir.
So states like Kerala having 6 months monsoon in a year. So what is the application of solar power?
Our car is not just based on the solar power. It also has a charging board, but this solar technology embedded in it is as an added advantage we have induced it, sir.
So what is the battery system you using in your car?
So we use first we have thought of using the lithium ion battery in our cars, but after thorough market research, we have concluded in using the lithium titanium battery, which provides a very high performance to the engine compared to the lithium ion battery. So which we have used in our car, the lithium titanium battery.
So you got this data from market research, is that?
Yes, sir. After thorough market research, after research of us as expert team, we have concluded taken this decision, sir.
Okay. For such a innovative research, you go for market research. Why? There are many other options.
Yes, sir. While it was doing while the market research, we have concluded all the disadvantages of the battery, which is lithium ion, which our fellow competitors are using. That's why we have after realizing that from the market research, we have formed our own team of auto enthusiasts. So otherwise, we can call them as scientists also. So they have concluded, and on the basis of the facts they have concluded, of our own research and development wing, we have took this lithium titanium battery, sir.
Okay, how are you going to fill the manufacturing skill gap?
Sorry, sir. Can
Your
you
plant require many skilled laborers, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So how are you going to fill that gap, skill gap?
Yes, sir. So being an international firm, it's sure that we try it in India first, because we believe in India and it's an extensive market also. So we intend to train the people in India, as well as if we need, we'll seek or outsource our laborers from our other fellow countries like Czech or Germany, which we can also make use of the skilled labor there also, sir. That's what we
Do
are
you aware about the legal requirement for implementing a new plant in India?
Yes, sir, of course. That's why we have mentioned in the PPT, like as we have referred it to the central government, that they are also part of the Make in India campaign. All the legal procurements have been thoroughly met.
What are the basic steps we should fulfill for implementing a plant?
First, we have to get the approval from the National Green Tribunal for setting up our plant, and also regarding the ministry regarding automobile industry, also we have to make an application, and if they give the green signal, we can proceed, sir. And also regarding the state government, also we have to give the application, and in which we have been really successful. And we have also received a lot of support from the governments also, sir.
Only that much.
Other various steps are also there, sir.
Legal provisions. You need to comply with any act or any law.
So we've not really aware of it. I think we have decided on it, sir. Sorry.
Okay,
Yes.
that's okay.
Okay, so thank you.
Sajid, sir, any questions?
Okay, I have one question. Team, can you clarify the type of solar panel you are using?
So we use the PV cells, the photovoltaic cells, which has been developed in Germany, which our Volkswagen Group is mainly centered in. It's a photovoltaic cells which without any time delay converts directly the sunlight into electricity, and is stored in the lithium titanium battery cells in our cars. So.
All solar panels are photoelectric. Everybody knows. I am asking about what there are different types of panels available.
We have not decided on it yet. Board of directors has to decide on it. We are still doing research on it.
Where you will install it, at the top or on all sides?
Sorry, sir?
Where you will install the solar panel on the car? Only at the rooftop or every part of the body?
Not every part of the story, sir. On the back doors and the roof, we are planning, because it has proved to be much more efficient than doing it on the all parts of the body, sir.
There are panels nowadays available which we can stick just like we stick a skin or paper or even a cloth, so that it can be attached to every part, even the headlight frame.
So, but I think the requirements for charging the battery to the full can be met by the roof and the back door, by sticking this panel to the roof and the back door itself. And we have also given priority to complying with the traditional design of a company which has been praised all over the decades since it has started. So we have also adhered to the design of the previous models, which has been really praised. So with regard to that, we have came to a conclusion that only in the roof and the back doors is enough, sir, in embedding the solar panels.
One more question I have, my day.
Yes.
That is, electric vehicles, even the economy electric vehicle will cost around double or more of the standard cars now the most Indians use. Then how will you address this challenge? Because the purchasing power of the people is very small. Even though it is very effective, cost long run, how most of the Indians don't have that much purchasing power. How will you address this issue?
Oh, okay, sir. As we have mentioned in the PPT, our target audience is the middle class also, which we consider to be extensive. So that's why we have put the price range between 10 to 15 lakhs. Earlier to this, all these challenges, which we have mentioned, have been addressed by our competitor, which now has a major market share, which is Tata Nexon, which has a 60% market share. They have their car prices around 15 lakhs. So they have earlier addressed this issue. So on top of that, we are setting us apart with additional specs we provide, sir. So it's not impossible to provide the class and quality of an SUV at this price, sir. We believe it is affordable even to the middle class, which is really extensive in India.
Do you have any special strategy to educate the people about the superiority of this electric vehicle?
Of course, sir. We'll use all the potential advertising strategies which any car manufacturers would use, like press release, auto magazines, everything. But in addition to that, a specific strategy we would like to adopt in a couple of years is that we would make an application to the UN SDG Summit, which is Sustainable Development Goals Summit. Which congregates every 2 years. We'll apply for a special mention in their meeting, as we specifically comply with 5 of the sustainable development goals out of 17. We comply and boost this the 5 sustainable development goals, which is namely number 7, affordable and clean energy, and number 9, industry innovation and infrastructure, and number 13, climate action, as well as number 10, reduced inequalities and responsible consumption and production. So as a new project, as a revolutionary project, which is to be starting in a developing nation like India, will of course apply to the UN SDG Summit for a special mention in order to attract the global recognition to our brand, to this project, as we comply this much and take a leap forward or help India take a leap forward in this zero carbon emission and era, sir. That's also
one more question.
Okay, sir, sure.
Do you have R&D division on battery, or are you buying from outside?
Sir, currently India's only battery producing unit, which is in Karnataka, we have a strategic partnership or contract with them. We are obtaining the lithium battery from them. But in the future, we are also planning to install our own battery producing units. So currently, we are procuring it from Karnataka, sir. And also, it will be it has just opened in 2021, which also reduced the over dependence on India's electric battery from the China. And it was really dominant in this position. So also we would like to reduce it in a couple of years. We would also start another electric battery producing cell in the future also, sir, in a couple of years also.
Then do you think it is easy to compete with Tesla, which had been a battery company, later turned to an auto battery company?
So of course I will be able to compete with Tesla, because their classes they themselves have admitted that their classes the normal price range, if we convert their price in US into INR, we'll see that it's 55 to 60 lakhs, but including the import duties and all, it will be more than 70. So it is not at all affordable for a vast section of India's population. So I believe that as we provide the class and quality of a proper SUV with much more advanced technology embedded in our car, I think we'll be easily able to capture the market better than them, sir.
I think their higher price is due to superiority of their battery, which will be accepted by the richer group, upper income group. And I think the battery will get charged in 10 minutes, like that they are producing. And your battery, normal lithium and titanium batteries, it takes minimum 3 to 8 hours
Yes, we have also found a solution for that, sir. Anyhow, they have to rely on the charging stations, charging station network. Tesla, as well as any other competitor currently in India, they have to rely on the charging station network, which is not even at its infancy in India. So people can't take this car anywhere they want, like with the free peace of mind. Though they say that they have 400 kilometers of full battery coverage, but still people won't have that peace of mind. But in case of our Novacia car, as it's solar powered, also they can also charge if there is a port or if there's a station. But otherwise, also they can take it anywhere they want as they like, because it's mainly powered by solar energy, sir.
Now this quickest charging time, shortest charging time is very relevant in most part of India, as Arun sir said, which is very cloudy or not shiny many days, most days.
Yes, sir. That's why we have on in running also we will be able to charge it up. So I don't think that will be a major concern for our consumers, that the charging time will not be a major concern, because in the running also they can charge, and also they'll have charging stations nearby almost all over Maharashtra.
No, you have claimed that it will run only for 200 kilometers.
No, sir, we have a range of around 400, 450 kilometers. Like as it will get charged in the running also. Yes, sir. In the running also, as it will get charged.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. I think it is time up, so I'm not asking any questions though. So I think it's time up. I think you're time out now. So I guess you can leave the meeting now.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
And please do join us for the valedictory.
Okay, sir. Sure, sir. Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. So I guess now we have only one more team left. That is team number 43.
Yes, sir, we have just one more team, but give me a minute while I set up their presentation.
Yes. Sure.
Yeah,
Take
thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
Team number 9, the participants, sorry, team number 43, that is the next team, team number 43. The participants are Anup, P. Binu, then Kirti and Ale. Anup, Kirti and Ale.
So I hope the screen is visible. The presentation is visible. Yeah.
It's visible, sir.
Yeah, the time is 12:46. So I think we will have to speed up.
Has the team members joined? No.
Not yet.
So there is some issue with them joining because once they entered, they were removed, and now they cannot enter.
Actually, they can join again. No, they just need to click on the link.
Yeah, they were trying, but they could not join. That's what they said right now.
Ask them to try again. I think who is the host of this? I think the host can just.
It's Ashish sir.
Ashish sir, I think you should
Yes,
just.
actually, no one is coming. Okay, I will.
Sir, if not, we will start a new meeting, sir. If they cannot enter this meeting.
Okay, I think we can inform that they can use the meeting ID and passcode.
Yeah. Let them try. If not, we're losing out on time, so I think we should.
Can you try with the passcode and the meeting ID?
No.
They keep on trying, then can't we just use another medium? Can't we just start another meeting?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can immediately start.
Yeah, stop this meeting and then